Aloha, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Philosophy in the Forest. And I'm going to continue talking about the writings and philosophy of Dōgen Zenji. And it can be difficult for those of us in an age where we expect instant gratification and where our lives are filled with frills to contemplate the nature of Zen. And I'm going to start out by reading a koan from Dōgen Zenji. When asked why he practiced Zen, the student said, "Because I intend to be a Buddha." His teacher picked up a brick and started polishing it. The student asked, "What are you doing?" The teacher replied, "I'm trying to make a mirror." "How can you make a mirror by polishing a brick?" "How can you become Buddha by doing Zazen? If you understand sitting Zen, you'll know Zen. It's not about sitting or laying down. If you want to learn sitting Buddha, know the sitting Buddha is without any fixed form. Do not use discrimination in the non-abiding dharma. If you practice sitting as Buddha, you must kill Buddha. If you're attached to the sitting form, you're not yet mastering the essential principle." When the student heard this, it felt like sweet nectar. And much the essence of Zen is the contemplation and the stopping. So this koan is important because I think it hits at the heart of the spiritual struggle, which is the question of effort. How do we step outside our conventional desire or our societal desire to gain a result from meditation? How do we practice meditation without effort, to the fruit of our efforts? It seems almost impossible to approach a spiritual practice this way, because it almost presupposes enlightenment or a form of non-attachment. And I think that we've come to understand meditation as a means to improve ourselves, and that we're supposed to somehow subvert our ordinary mind or magically meditate away various feelings. But the idea of taking refuge in meditation is interesting, because in this teaching it shows that maybe our desire to take refuge in meditation is perhaps motivated by fear. And so we can't practice meditation because we fear suffering. And so in order to take refuge in the Buddha, we have to realize that the Buddha is within us, and that we can shift our motivation and escape some of these traps of result-oriented spirituality. So we can just learn to trust the purity of our mind, trust the purity of the now, and trust the purity of our state, and acknowledge that our minds are at a constant state of grasping. And while we're grasping for knowledge, this actually obscures a lot of our wisdom. And so now we can just take a moment to sit and practice together. Notice how the mind tends to wander to itself, when is the meditation going to end? Maybe your mind focuses on your to-do list. Just quiet it. Maybe note those thoughts. Like if you're focusing on your to-do list, note the thought as organizing, 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 and return to the center. Resist the urge to fall asleep and resist the urge to judge yourself. Just allow your body to be in the moment. Let the thoughts come up and let the thoughts pass away. As I'm sitting here, I feel the heat of the sun and I say to myself, warmth, 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 warmth. And let the mind silence and relax back into the moment. Again, there's an urge to be distracted, and for me, I note it as almost a fundamental insecurity. So I just note that as desire, 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 desire. And I notice myself still. Anticipation, anxiety, 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 anxiety. And I noted there, peace, clarity, 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 clarity. Thank you for allowing me this moment to explore Zen. I'm Shasta, and I'm visiting you from the Puna Rainforest on the Big Island of Hawaii. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Philosophy in the Forest. Aloha.